for those tiki drinks.
Hello.
Hi, Mom, and hi, Doug. Good
Hello.
to see you. Good to see both of you.
Yes, absolutely. If you're going to be making a shrunken
Hello,
skull.
Julie. Good to see you.
Can make a shrunken skull. You got to have a skull mug.
And hi, Tim.
Just saying.
Yay. Okay,
Hey.
good. It's a party. People are showing up.
Well, howdy dowdy. We are making it happen.
Hi,
folks.
Aaron.
I'm trying to think of what
Over
else.
on the YouTube.
What else comes in a skull
Good to
mug?
see you.
Isn't there? There's that
Shrunken skull. Hi, Lisa and Errol, and hi, Jamie.
Boyo.
Yay! Okay, good.
There's that really big one from Trader Vic's, that large skull mug that's vintage, and I think there's repros of that too. But what drink does Vic's make in that? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, you know what? You can see it on their menu, actually.
Oh, we'll take a look there. Yeah.
Well, not. I don't know if you can see it on this. When you go into the restaurant, and you look at the menu.
Look at the menu.
And they have a picture of the mug. I'll see if I can find it.
There is. I could run out there and grab the Vic's. But is it the cocktail book or the food and drink? The cocktail book actually has a key to their mugs.
Location.
And you'll see that the scorpion bowl comes with 2 different sizes.
You know what? I'll look in their store.
And as I recall, one size was called the PB2I2.
Oh,
that was a flying boat, and that was the big one for 4 people. But there was also the Gremlin, which was kind of like a single serving size.
It won't just let you look in the store. Like they've got a million. No, I don't want to sign up. I'm already on the mailing list. So is he.
Need more from that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Hold on. I'm on to it. I'm on to something.
Getting there.
Getting there.
Getting there. Oh, I see a lot of coconuts. I see a rum barrel. I see a port light. Hello.
I don't think I see that. Never mind.
Wow.
I don't see that mug.
All right.
But if we go look at the menu, I'm sure we're
going to have to figure this one out.
Hi, Peter. Good to see you.
Anybody watching here know which Trader Vic's drink comes in the skull? That big one. Not the individual size.
Aaron says, I'm drinking a beer called You'll Shoot Your Eye Out. It has a leg lamp on the keg. That's so cute.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, I got to keep my eyes peeled for that.
That's fantastic.
Hi, Julie and T. Good to see you guys.
You too.
Yay.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you realize, of course, folks out there, that you can get
actually, we had pizza, so I'm having a beer
mug,
right now.
Actually, a glass molded in the shape of the leg lamp. And it's about this high. It's a big thing. You probably put about 3/4 of a liter of beer in there.
And it's really fragile.
And it's a little delicate, but it's like you can quaff a pretty
Hi, Eric. Good
nice,
to see you.
substantial beer out of that baby. I tell you. So you can get a leg lamp mug if you're interested.
Oh, Doug says, I think there were 4 sizes. It was in Life magazine. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was like depending on how many people you had. Individual size, 2 people, 4 people. And he gave them different names based on which aircraft. So the PB2I2 was actually a flying boat. And the Gremlin was actually like a single serving like fighter size.
High buttered rum, Jamie's saying. Oh, that sounds good.
Okay.
Just about time for that.
It is, and from Vic's right now you can order their hot buttered rum batter and make it easy on yourself. Like spoonful in, fill it up with hot water and some booze.
Although, to be honest with you, it's not that hard to make hot buttered rum. You know,
Vic's also does make a premixed Tom and Jerry batter, which, you know, there's a bit of a stunt to doing Tom and Jerry properly. So that might make your life easy, particularly if you're just like 1 or 2 people in a household and you're like, well, that's a lot of work. That's a whole punch bowl worth of stuff. You're not going to drink 20 eggnogs in one night. I mean, probably.
Or are you?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to speak for you.
Hi, Bobby. Good to see you.
Hey.
Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, you bet your bippy indeed. Well, you're going to drink whatever the hell you like, because this is the kind of joint this is. And the fact is, you're all home. You're not going anywhere. Hey, have a few rounds. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday at 8
You're not going anywhere, right?
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. You're here to stay. You're here to listen to our channel.
You will watch.
The Velveteen Launch Kitchen. We control the horizontal. We control the vertical. You know. Anybody name the show on that one? That's a pretty classic show for this season. Definitely.
I gotta finish my beer so that I can start making drinks.
Yep.
I know. Beer before liquor, never sicker, but...
Is that what they say?
I got this.
I was always thinking about that old mantra about tequila. 1 tequila, 2 tequila. I forget the rest.
Eric says, I misunderstood the title. Thought it was going to be the Grateful Dead Hour. Yeah.
Yeah, here we are talking
not so much, but
we are talking about and displaying all of these skull mugs. I think maybe it is the dead hour. You know, it's the dead
Keith
something.
Is having vodka with a splash of OJ. That is the right proportion, I think.
There we go.
I think that's
Well, The classic screwdriver
Eric says, not drink 20 eggnogs, speak for yourself.
Sorry, you know what? I'll stand down. Here I go, talking for the audience. I should just shut my
I feel
yap
like if you had,
let you have your say.
I feel like if you had 20 eggnogs, you would probably be like sick from the dairy before you would be sick from the booze.
It's like doing a milkshake challenge. After 2 milkshakes, you're like, please kill me.
Yes.
You know?
OMBC.
Hey, baby.
Says.
You're looking at it right
We
there.
have the OMB glasses. Anyway.
I am legitimately drinking a Gansett in this Gansett glass.
Are you?
Yeah, yes I am.
I think I'm having a Founders.
You're having a Founders IPA, which is very good. I'm just trying to drink down some of the OMB because we have this
4 ounces of vodka.
Have this vast surplus that we got to do something with.
That's okay. I'm sure I'll have 4 ounces of hooch before we know it.
Well, you know, we can talk classic formulas and variations. The classic screwdriver is, I want to disguise the booze, so I got a whole glass of orange juice.
Eric says, just watch your ticker, so isn't thicker, so the two of you won't bicker. Poetry.
There we go. There's from the man.
Poetry's already started.
There are origin
Oh,
stories.
thank you. Cat likes my dress. Thank you, Cat.
Hey, yeah. Oh, this is fun.
Aww.
That's a lot of fun. I was trying to match that, and I said, there's no way, so I just came up with something that gets it thematically, and I got a lot of monstrous mugs on here, so that's the best I can do with all these monster movies.
Hi, Suze. A ghoulish aloha to you, too. I have like another gulp of my beer, and then I'm going to get right into it.
The mixing portion. I was thinking that there are all these classic stories about, like, this is where this drink comes from, or even just the name cocktail. Yeah, well, there's 20 stories. They all sound bogus. One of them actually sounds like it might have something to it, but nobody has this in print.
Eric's having an egg cream right now.
Egg cream. Hey!
I enjoy an egg cream.
An egg cream, which legitimately involves neither eggs nor cream. No, let's figure that part out. Nobody can tell you that one. That's a funny one. But they're good. I like them. I like them a lot. We used to do something pretty similar when I was a kid. I think we just called it a chocolate soda.
Oh, Keith has the same shirt.
Hey, there we go. A £5, I think it is. I think it's £5, as a matter of fact.
I got that at a thrift store in Scottsdale.
I frequently do not find myself wearing this because I like my shirts to have breast pocket. But
thank you, Aaron.
This is a leisure
Aaron loves the
shirt.
and
You're not going to be
dress.
putting a pen in there, so, you know. But yeah, definitely. We like to add a little bit of color there for you. So I'm thinking the origin story.
Doug says, never mind. Tech and audio talk will get in VLK trouble.
We'll get there eventually. No worries.
Oh my gosh, Keith, I wonder if we got it at the same store.
You never know. I'm thinking the origin story for the screwdriver. The one I've heard was something like guys working the oil fields in the early 50s in Saudi. And, no liquor. So they had to disguise it somehow. So they had a big glass of orange juice. And what did you have to mix it with? What's on your belt loop? Screwdriver.
That sounds apocryphal.
This sounds so stupid that I'm not even going to repeat it. So if anybody out there has a better origin story for the screwdriver.
Oh, Florida. Okay.
But otherwise, I'm thinking vodka orange juice. You would think screwdriver? I don't get it.
Bobby says the wife is having a bramble gin and tonic. That sounds good.
Nice flavorful gin.
Palm Beach. Well, no wonder you found a nice shirt, Keith.
Mm-hmm. You're telling me.
All right.
Well, that was old man beer.
I know. Okay. So we had our pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So
pizza and beer.
I'm starting with this coming Sunday but Rita Hayworth's birthday. So it's perfect that we're doing Happy Hour with Stars. October 17th is Rita Hayworth's birthday. She was born October 17th, 1918.
We're reminded of that historical fact and said we can build a show around that because there are a lot of celebs.
There are a lot of celebrity drinks out there.
There's a lot of dead celebrities that we can how should we say, appreciate, true, but what am I thinking of? Celebrate is the term I'm looking for, via a few drinks on this show. And there are many more than you would think who have a drink associated with them. So we'll be whipping a few of those out.
Oh, Eric, I've never heard that. About the egg cream. This is on YouTube.
Egg cream.
It's a language thing. It was originally called the egg cream.
Egg cream sounds like it was served in some kind of delicatessen. Perhaps staffed by
the thing up.
Perhaps staffed by German-speaking people. Perhaps the egg cream, But
anything but a Shirley Temple.
I saw something in a book that we have on the shelf that was called like either the saucy Shirley Temple or the advanced Shirley Temple, and
the advanced Shirley Temple.
That involved booze. I should go look it up and tell you what was in that. That sounded like fun, but they were playing around with the Shirley.
I feel like you could call it Shirley Temple's 21st birthday.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Okay, so the Rita Margarita begins with 2 ounces of Reposado tequila.
No, why is that anyway?
Because I like it.
I like Reposado.
It's a nice tequila. A slight amount of age on it. More than a Blanco.
More than a Blanco. Less than a Añejo.
I would use Añejo if I had it. Seems kind of appropriate, actually.
Añejo would be, although I will tell you, when you get to that top shelf stuff and the price that it commands, you might think, I'm just going to take that straight.
I'm just going to have the Reposado.
I'm just going to have that over a chunk of ice. That's what I'm going to do. And you would do that with whiskey, and you would do that with brandy, any of the aged brown spirits. You'd definitely have that.
1/2 ounce Grand Marnier. I would use a nice orange liqueur for this because it's the Rita Margarita.
You've got the Marnier.
Don't want to use any old
You've got the Cointreau.
orange liqueur.
You've got the Creole Shrub, which is a really excellent liqueur. And these 2, of course, are like kind of the kings of the hill with orange liqueur. Giffard makes a really nice orange liqueur.
And I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce of ginger liqueur. I'm using Barrow's, which I highly recommend if you can get it, because it really has a kick.
Barrow's is fully known as Barrow's Intense. And
yes,
they mean it.
It is intense.
They mean it. 2 kinds of ginger go into that. We saw it being made.
1/4 ounce of that.
They just squeeze a bunch of ginger juice and then put the liquor in and sweeten it up later. And they take the liquor to extract all of that gingerness. And they filter it out, cut it to a reasonable, rational proof, and then add the sweetener.
No orange Kool-Aid.
And you've got some liquor. You could have this as a shot over ice, and you'd be really happy.
And then
that's what we're talking about.
3/4 of an ounce fresh lime juice, and a dash of cranberry
bitters. And see, this is a really advanced margarita. I like where that's going there.
Well, it's going to make it slightly red, and you know, she was a redhead, so
something like that. Yes.
Okay, so I need some ice, please. Oh, you already iced me. Never mind. Thank you. Shake with ice. Oh, Julie loves the Barrow's. It's great, right?
It's a really superior liqueur. They spend a lot of time getting a great blend and just like getting that zazz out of the ginger. Wow.
Eric says, considering there's German in me, I guess it would make sense. That we know.
And what kind of glass do you like?
I'm going to take this coupe.
Oh,
it's right there. We're going to go fancy for this one.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. And by fancy, I mean I'm not going to drop it.
That would be good.
Yep. Well, strain into your...
I have dropped things fancily in my time. They break just the same.
And I'm not done. Garnish with...
But wait, folks. There's more.
You'll want to get every drop.
Yeah.
A piece of crystallized ginger.
Punching up the gingerness. I like it.
The Rita Margarita.
Rita.
It's very full.
The Margarita. The Margarita squared. Margarita.
Yes, please.
There we go.
Oh, that's so good.
It's got a really nice aroma. Oh, yeah. Yeah, really, my throat was getting a little dry today, a little sore, frankly. I also got a flu shot, so I've got these psychosomatic symptoms like, oh, I don't feel so well.
Not making me sick, right?
Oh, it's getting me a little warm or whatever. And this is all bull. I mean, my arm hurts from getting shot. That's it. I'll go to sleep, wake up in the morning, be just fine. So
this might be a good time to mention that, assuming no one was sick, we're going to have to play it by ear on when we're live next week, because I'm working on a film 3 days and he's likely working on a film 1 day. So assuming we pass our COVID tests,
that's an assumption.
It's going to be like, you know, we might have to do it on the weekend next week, but we'll let you know.
Hey, I've been drafted. Suddenly I'm in the movies.
I know. But the good news is he's getting paid union.
Yeah, what do you know?
No, he's not. I'm union, but he's not.
Yeah,
so.
she always gets paid union. And I think, yeah, good thing for that. Because I see what they like to pay people who are not union. Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah, so, so probably not on Wednesday, just FYI. But we'll, and this might be a good time to mention this too. If you're interested in doing a watch party, I think that the only thing for us to do is to just have a practice watch party. So if you would like to be part of a practice watch party, let us know, please. And then we'll figure out how we can do like a dry run of a watch party, because I think we just need to try it. I don't think we're going to know if it works until we try it. And I don't want to try it officially and have it suck.
Would much rather give it a whirl to see where this will fall down.
Yeah.
And then perhaps we can prevent it doing so live. So, there we go.
You broke it fancily and styled destruction.
Oh, it was so stylish, you know? Oh, it's in fragments. I know, but just look at the way that it fell apart. You know?
That would be like a Betty Davis movie, not a Rita Hayworth movie.
Yeah.
She'd like slosh.
What is that anyway?
Hi, Jennifer. Good to see you. Thank you.
Still good.
So, why am I thanking you? You took my drink. So if you're interested in being part of a trial watch party, we'll pick something really fun and we'll try it out. And we'll watch it. So yeah, let us know, please, if you're interested. And if not, we might have to try to draft you. Hi, Janice. Okay, wait, I gotta catch up.
Yep.
Janice is here. Oh, Lisa says, I love your dress. Errol's sister can sew. She often doesn't even use a pattern. I love that. Wow.
Now that's some style right there.
Found out at 9 p.m. the sewing sister hadn't started sewing the wedding dress of the other sister the night before the wedding. Oh, she had it ready in the morning. Oh my God. That's amazing.
You know, some people they've got that plan.
Oh, Dawn is cooking burgers on the grill while we're live. That's good. Hi, Dawn.
From time to time.
Oh, okay, Peter's in for a watch party. Okay, great. So let's get that thing going. We need to give that a shot sooner rather than later. Thank you, Jennifer.
You know, from time to time.
Oh, Eric's volunteering. Okay. Eric, if you could somehow shoot us your email, or
drop us a line,
how we can best get in touch with you, that'd be great. Jennifer's in. Okay, I love it.
Okay, falling in place here.
We're going to do a practice one, and we'll find something fun to watch, and then, assuming it works, we'll do a real one.
Let's get these things all squared away, folks.
Oh, Eric did a sci-fi binge today.
Hello.
Nice.
I was just noting when we talk about burgers that I have been known to cook right here, right now, live. We did some Spam about a year ago.
Oh, Dawn, I know.
As a matter of fact, I did some today. Just in case that all of you folks who see us at Lake George think that that's the only place that happens. No, it's sliders.
Dawn, we don't actually, they don't really tell you the name of the film, so, but it is Union. So.
Yeah.
If they go on strike, that will suck because it would. But yeah, it is Union.
Anyway, well, time for me to get something going. I got a glass chilling. I am not going to have
Satellite.
all of this ice in there. As a matter of fact, I should have none.
Okay, Janice is in. All right, good.
Good.
Yes. Well, I think I got it at a Satellite saying it's a sourpuss dress. I got it at the rock and roll flea market, but yeah, it is. I think it's called Hell Bunny. I'm gonna grab my fan because I'm suddenly schwitzing like crazy. Pardon me.
Be right back. This allows me to actually do an intro here to what I'm doing. I was thinking about, really, it's kind of warm.
It got really warm in here.
I need to pop that door there, and then we'll get that happening.
I'll do it. Thank you.
So I was thinking about when we were talking about having a few celebrity-styled drinks or related drinks. You know, what was her favorite drink? Gypsy Rose Lee's thing. Well, Gypsy Rose Lee isn't here. This is...
Hi, Marcy.
The Esquire drink book.
Oh, Marcy, the Hallmark film is being released on November 13th.
Hello.
And hello, Kurt. Good to see you.
Hey.
And Aaron, hi.
Happy almost. We're doing our part.
Oh, Satellite used to sell sourpuss. Sorry, I'm catching up here.
Okay, just take your time for a second while I interject that we are celebrating the whole season of the Dead by, again, doing dead celebrities and their drinks. Well, this book, Esquire Drink, this is the one that I knew of that had a whole section about celebrity drinks. And Gypsy Rose Lee has something called the Van Vliet, which involves starting with 3 jiggers of light rum. I think that's one drink. Wow.
I'm putting it.
That's one way to go.
Eric, I'm putting it in the comments. I'm trying to type with one hand.
Here.
Thank you.
Type like a real person, will you? Yeah, the thing about this season is the actual air temperature is fabulous. It's fabulous. Even
Okay.
if it's overcast, it's cool.
And
it's
Jennifer
nice.
is organizing her sewing room.
Oh, hey. No, that's
I'm all
important.
about home improvement right now. I'm obsessed.
Home improvement,
Oh.
organization, the lot.
Oh, Caliente. Have fun at Caliente, Marcy. I wish I could
Yeah, I
go.
kind of like we're getting both of this, aren't we both getting this? Yeah.
No, you're the only one getting it.
What? I was getting you. I wasn't getting that at all to begin with. I got to tell you. So,
Oh, Peter says we need a Tor Johnson cocktail. That's a great idea.
Tor! Shouldn't that Vavakavit? Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah. So anyway, I found in here, I think it was on this page. Oh, yes.
You're not doing the Van Vliet?
I'm not going to do the Van Vliet unless I'm challenged.
3 jiggers.
3 jiggers to start with.
That's a lot of rum.
And then you go with the rest of the
For
story.
one drink.
And it's honestly, it's balanced. It's a very reasonable sour, but it's like 3 drinks in one drink to start with. Woo! Anyway, this is going to be enough because
No wonder Gypsy liked it.
yeah, I like that a lot, he says. So anyway, this is something called Ernest Hemingway's Death in the Afternoon. I thought, well, that's appropriate too. Let's just start with some death. Now, Death in the Afternoon
Perfect for Halloween.
was a fairly well-known article that he wrote for, I don't know, maybe Esquire, one of the magazines. It might have been Life magazine. And this is all about bullfighting. I mean, he was a rough and ready kind of guy. He was willing to go and watch like some large animal, get slaughtered in the midst of a large arena while people cheered. Yeah, fun guy. But he was a good drinking buddy, for sure. And this is sort of a classic from back in the day when you could get these types of ingredients. You can, again, we don't actually have the prime ingredient. This is pretty simple, but I'm going to do it anyway.
So yay, we don't have the prime ingredient.
Yeah, I'm close enough. This actually calls for a jigger of absinthe. Now, a jigger of absinthe is usually about 120 proof, and I think, whoa, that's some fine way to start.
It's a marathon, not
We
a
happen to
sprint.
have absinthe, of course, which actually is a mere 110 proof. That's not much different.
Yeah, 3 jiggers, 4.5 ounces for one drink
To start with.
to
What's
start
it
with.
I'm actually going to cut this down. I could do a full jigger of this, and I think that would be the end of my evening. So I'm going to cut that down to a pony. But you use a full jigger if you like. The other factor is I'm not
finish this
entirely
broadcast by
sure
myself.
how much I like the absinthe, to tell you the truth. This is an absinthe substitute from absinthe. I believe absinthe by now actually does make a genuine absinthe with the appropriate ingredients.
I don't like absinthe, so we never buy it. But
I remember attending an absinthe tasting at Astor Wine
no,
and
I went.
Spirits
I was there
several
too.
years back, and I remember trying the classic drip, and I thought it was okay. But then the thing with the lemonade, I thought was much better. So
And
there's
look,
the thing.
disguised in lemonade, I can do it.
So here you go. Add your shot. That's actually only an ounce because I'm trying to have an entire
Trying to
evening
cut
here.
down.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut down. Into a champagne glass, add iced champagne until it attains the proper opalescent milkiness.
I'm trying to cut down on the green fairy.
I'm going to put this aside because just in case of splashiness. Did we get the bubbles? Yes, we did. I'm going to crop the bubbles.
They're even in ice.
They're even ice this time. Well,
Look at us.
Smart gal over here said, hey, why don't we just put those on ice in this ice bucket? Oh, yeah. Good idea. So we did. So now the bubbles will stay cold, which is a fine idea. Okay. Toss.
It's always fun to find stuff around here the next morning. Like,
What
how did
happened
that
with
get over there?
Oh, I know fully well
Toss.
how to get over there. Toss. Boom. Now, actually, this is...
Did he point that at me?
No, it was going that way. Jeez. Anyway, this is actually not even champagne. This is Prosecco. And you know what? This will taste just fine. So the proper opalescent milkiness, I don't know. I'm going to start pouring and see what happens.
The store we went to doesn't have a ton of choice.
Although they've got this, and this is
It
very...
is an attractive
That
green
is
color.
about right. That is the color that the absinthe is supposed to
It is
turn.
an attractive green color.
Green fairy.
Oh, thank you, Eric. I'll get that later.
Not a problem.
We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna do this together.
Death in the Afternoon. Now, this is a really simple thing. I'm sure that they didn't exactly
I will try
invent
it.
absinthe and champagne. This is something that was being done already.
Wow, it just smells like licorice from here.
Yeah, the one thing about absinthe is that it has 20 herbs and spices, but there's a dominant herb in there, and that's the licorice. So
I want to try it.
that's the anise.
I'm trying it with an open mind. Yeah, it tastes like licorice, so it's not my favorite. I get that if you like licorice, you'll love that.
I think it should be colder, so I'm going to add an ice cube to it.
What is this?
I do that. Now, obviously, I should have iced the absinthe or whatnot, blah, blah, blah. Or kept it in the fridge, so it was like basically at about 0 degrees. And I didn't do that.
Yeah,
so
I can see how if you
cold.
like licorice, you will like that.
As
lot.
As
it's
something
good.
which is really a little closer to room
licorice.
temp, I don't think it's that great. Wants to be very cold. It's like a martini. You could have the best martini in the world. If it attains room temperature, then that is exactly as described. It's dead. You got to get it cold. You got to keep it cold.
No room temperature martinis, please.
Warm gin. It's warm gin time again? No, that's not what they sang. Cold gin time. Cold gin time again. Definitely. Yeah, better cold.
Warm gin time.
Warm gin time again. I was with some friends recently, and we had a fellow who was a little loaded, and he was playing music like mad. I didn't realize how much of a music maniac he was. And we kept requesting him, like, Kiss, get us some Kiss. He's like, oh, I don't like them. We're like, we want Kiss. So he finally relented.
Where was that?
How was that? That was at
Whisper it. I was going to say, whisper it in my ear.
It was loopy. It was loopy. So.
Oh, okay. If you're watching.
I will drink this. I would not order that. If you if you like absinthe, and if you do like the anise liqueurs, this is really good because it's got a lot of character and flavor to it.
I thought you did.
This is one of 2 bottles
of
absinthe that we own. Bear in mind, this is one of 2 bottles of absinthe that we own. I think we bought this, but I think I'm wrong, and I think we actually had gotten this as a gift, and then we got another one as a gift. And the first bottle is over 10 years old, and we still have like that much because I use 6 drops at a time. It takes a long time to kill the absinthe. But you know, it's a really high quality anise liqueur, and whenever I see something that requires a couple of drops, those Don Beach recipes, that's what I'm using. That or Parano, but probably using the absinthe because we have a lot of it. And we will have a lot of it for a long time.
Hi, Ken.
Hey!
Kiss Army rules.
Kiss Army.
You know what time it is? Time of year, not time of day.
You know what time of year
It's time to watch the Paul Lynde Halloween special again.
Margaret, why don't you go dust?
You know, I have to ask something now that we've got people here. Now that we've got a hive mind here. Can DVDs fade? I've heard of VHS tapes fading, but I've never heard of DVDs fading.
I haven't either. I think there's a completely different thing going on there.
Absinthe can mess you up, Ken.
Oh, geez, yeah.
I've never heard of DVDs fading, but we watched a DVD the other day.
And the color was terrible.
Amy.
The color was just terrible on this thing.
It was horrible. And like when we watched it last year, it was crystal clear. We watched it this year. We're like, what happened?
Now, my personal opinion on that is there's no way. Because it's not.
But it's not our TV because we tested the TV and the colors were fine. So
we're watching something on broadcast right now, and the colors are just great. That's old Technicolor. That's looking fantastic.
How does a DVD fade? How is that even possible?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It means that, to my mind, something's going on with the electronics in the machine, and something's failing there. But the disc itself is just data. You know what we need to do? Just data. Can't fade. You know what we need to do? Nope. We need to watch another color DVD in the machine and see what's going on with that. Yes, we have plenty of VHS tapes. It would be really upset if my Chips DVD had lost integrity. The videotape on which we originally had that episode by now is pretty shot, and that color is probably pretty funky. We need a new DVD player. Well, that happens. And since they're like $30, we got one right over there. I can switch over tonight, and we work just fine. So I'm good with that. Eric says, "Oh, absinthe is my favorite software synthesizer." It's not a bootleg though. It was fine before. It was totally fine. I got it from a legit source, but it didn't fade. No, DVDs can't fade. I don't know what happened, but we just watched it. And we're like, all of the reds were just yellow. It was really weird. The video home system. Bet you never knew that's what VHS stood for. Those tapes. I actually didn't. Those tapes do fade. I did not know that. The color content in those fades because the color signal is in the high frequencies on the tape, and like all audio tape, over time, it'll lose. Once you start losing the highs, then you start losing the color. Doug says video discs are known to rot
but they're analog. DVD is all ones and zeros. Yeah, I'm like, how? Okay, I think it's probably the machine.
He's talking about the 12-inch.
Yeah.
Those big videos from the 70s, 80s.
We need to try.
We have some of those too.
I guess most of the DVDs we watch are black and white because I hadn't noticed it until...
When it's all black and white, you'll never see a difference.
Yeah.
You know, it's only color
that's
that
weird.
gives you the
Okay,
issue.
you know what? I bet it's the player.
Mm-hmm. Player is old and crotchety, and the electronics could definitely be having an issue. No question.
I was asking, do all DVDs look faded? Well, that's the thing. Like, we usually just watch black and white, and I hadn't noticed anything. Errol says he read an article about DVD rot. Says he's not sure he believed it then, still not sure now.
The issue with the video discs was...
Hi, Fabs!
Two-sided video discs were literally, and in the period, those 12-inch video discs, the two-sided discs were two discs glued together. And sometimes the earliest ones of those, the glue was a little corrosive, and it would start to punch holes in the layer. As soon as you get air in there, it deteriorates the disc. That's disc rot. And this could happen with CDs and DVDs, sure. If you actually perforate the coating, which is like that plasticness over it, inside it's just an extremely thin layer of aluminum. You know, as soon as aluminum hits the air, it starts to corrode. It's a good thing.
I'm going to have Rita Margaritas from now on.
It's a good thing. You came up with a nice little
Eric
thing.
says either that or the video was mastered badly. But it was fine. It was fine. That's I'm gonna.
Yeah, this
my
disc,
working theory now is the machine.
The disc, the pressing on this is actually very good. The whole series of them is good. I've definitely seen badly mastered DVDs. Yeah, we just got one in the from Amazon the other day that was we watched. I think it was a burn.
Well, we got two at the same.
And we get to the end of the disc and it just completely fails. And I was like,
we've got a really nice one, like a Criterion Collection one that was great.
That was super.
Played beautifully the whole way through. Mm-hmm. And then we got one that was just obvious it was a burn and that one failed. So
a lot of them these days, they're not pressing as many because the demand is much lower.
Yeah.
And I think, well, that's the way it goes. But some of those burns are pretty terrible. We burn the DVDs here. If they fail, I'm like, oh
DVDs
well.
DVDs can corrupt. Yeah. Amy's saying. Yeah, you know what? I'll try.
What can I say? How many DVD players have we had in the 20 years we've had DVD players? I think like 7.
No, Chaz, I'm not.
And in the exact same period of time, how many turntables have we used? Answer 1. I've replaced the stylus a few times, but same old turntable. Replaced the belt a few times.
Video plugs too. Okay.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Here's the deal with digital garbage in, garbage out. Hi, Anthony.
Some people insist.
Great to see you, too.
Well, I would love to run the superior Betamax format, but my machine doesn't work. So there you go.
DVDs do develop holes, Donna's saying. And
they just don't work. They just fail.
Yeah.
They just fail.
Yeah, I don't...
I remember the deal back in the days when people...
I just want to watch.
I remember somebody at one of the... video stores that I worked at was pointing out that CDs, some of them were mastered badly. If you held them up to the light, so you see like the downside you're looking at and the light coming through, you can see pinholes where they didn't fill in properly, and those could give you trouble because it was missing data. But your average disc machine has a lot of error correction to account for that kind of thing.
Doug says the CD changer in my Roadster skips. That is because the viscous dampeners are from 1996. Nothing to do with the lip. Sure, it's not.
Nothing whatsoever, my friend. Oh, no.
Okay, so I have an idea.
Yes.
I feel like we should try a DVD right now and see.
You want to pop it in? We'll just take a look at
it.
We're
going to test this theory right now.
See what's going on.
I'm going to test this theory.
We got some discs going on. I can vamp about things and... If I'm smart, I would probably put this aside and make something else because this is still an ounce of 110 proof inside the glass.
You can make Gwen Verdon's iced tea.
But the more I have of it, the better it gets. Yeah, I'll be smart.
All right.
Let's put this aside and go for another kind of celebrity. How about somebody who spent a lot of time on the boards? One of our favorites, Gwen Verdon. We just actually watched that Verdon Fosse. Or is it Fosse Verdon?
Fosse Verdon.
Fosse Verdon. I'm putting the lady first because, hey, why not? Well, they were really absolutely equals in terms of what they brought to the stage.
Don't mind me. I'm just finding a DVD.
Matched, which is, of course, which gave them a little trouble in the relationship, but it also led to some brilliant, brilliant things. Well, she spent a lot of time on the boards, like I said. And one of the things that we have over here, are potentially our earliest bar guide, is the Sardi's bar guide, which is a fun little thing. And you can tell it's been around for a while. It's kind of losing the integrity. Oh well, we keep it going.
I guess everything around here is losing integrity. This
is just a regular paperback, and we've referred to this a lot over the years. Not everything in here is kind of spot on. I think their Mai Tai is pretty questionable, but they have a lot of celebrity stories and drinks which are related to people from the theater, which is very fitting. This is a classic theater bar, and we like nothing so much as to, after an evening out in the big city, to repair to Sardi's, maybe around 9:30 or 10 o'clock.
It's the player!
Player shot.
It's the player!
Oh yeah, those colors are terrible. All right, well, that happens.
It's the player!
Wow. Well, it might be the cables too. We could check that.
Well, okay, but it's not the DVD.
Not the DVD.
It's the machine. Something about the machine.
All right. So anyway, Gwen Verdon came up with a fun little thing that we tried years ago that she simply called Gwen Verdon Iced Tea. And she described it as a grown-up punch or a funny kind of sangria. And it is actually a fun little punch, as a matter of fact. It's really simple. It's one of those equal parts things. I think it still works right well as such. And this starts with grape juice and orange juice. I think she specified tangerine, but we were able to find orange juice. So I am going to, you could just combine this in a glass, but I'll give it a shake. What the hell? So this one, I'm going to go with, I should get rid of that.
Hi, Devin. I'm starting your book tonight. Oh, something 94 observed up. Are you doing a Shatner drink? Well, we might. Oh. Chad says, we have a store in Madison, Wisconsin, known for cooking oils, but the store has an amazing selection of liquors. Oh, nice.
Hello.
Sweet. Disc rot. Bobby says disc rot. 1.5 ounces French ginger liqueur. 1 ounce bourbon, shaken, not stirred. I love it.
I love when drinks are invented on the spot like such. Isn't that great? Marvelous.
What does an up converting DVD deck run these days? $20. I know.
Oh, yeah,
we need to go out like stat and get a new DVD player, but I'm not worried about. Oh, thank you, Devin. I'm not worried about it because they're so cheap.
On the other hand, I wouldn't mind spending real money on a player if it would last. But we spent good money on a really nice player years ago, and it lasted.
Can you make a cocktail strain through a DVD?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe.
That may be the best use for some of these DVDs.
Eric says technically Beta was better.
Beta actually had one thing that was absolutely superior, which was the color information is not in the high frequencies. So your ancient Beta tapes will not fade like that. That was the one thing that Sony did properly with that. Now the tapes themselves are like anything. They are very thin. They're fragile, and they will get worn, and they will get spots where you did too many still plays and things like that. So it's not like that's a superior thing.
Oh, Devin says, how does one become a top fan? I don't know, honestly. I think it's just people who post the most. So
post a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what Facebook did with it. I actually honestly have no idea. But
you can tell.
Devin, we know you and we love you.
Anyway, so far what I've done.
You sent me a book.
So far what I've done is an ounce. This is equal parts, so I'm going with 1 ounce each because that'll make a nice even 4 ounces. Ounce of grape juice, ounce of orange juice. She specifies tangerine. You can find tangerine juice, use it. Ounce of tea, brewed tea. We just use black tea. You could juice
a tangerine.
Yeah, you can juice a tangerine. And an ounce of white wine. We happen to have some Chardonnay. Chardonnay. There you go. You could easily double this, or you can just make a whole pitcher by getting a pitcher and using equal quantities of everything, and then everybody has a little fun.
I can't say Chardonnay without saying Chardonnay!
Chardonnay.
Because my sister, this is a stupid story, but
not that stupid.
For many years, my sister would be in stores, and she would hear this mother calling out to her daughter, Chardonnay! I'm sure Chardonnay is about 30 years old now, but this happened enough times that we started yelling out, Chardonnay!
That's all kinds of fun.
Patrick, hi!
Oh,
good to see you! Waiting in the wings during Zoom theater rehearsal. Oh my gosh! Well, I'm glad you're here. Paul's making the Gwen Verdon iced tea. from the Sardi's Bar Guide.
It's
been
just great.
At least a decade since I've had this, so I'm super excited to try it again. You want a wine glass?
Wine glass.
Here.
There we go.
Have a wine glass.
I was just thinking of using a single old fashioned, but I think a wine glass will be fine, and I think I will pour it with the ice.
Devin says Facebook is out to get us too. Aww.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Satellite, you lost your badge.
Fully. Oh.
Oh God.
Wah.
Chess says always got caught behind the person asking for beta tapes at the video store.
I remember my first year working in the big city. I worked for a place that did installs.
Thank you.
And I remember installing a VHS machine for two gentlemen who had a beta machine. And their beta machine was the size of this bar. And I said, "What do you want me to do with the machine?" He's like, "Oh, just throw it on the curb." So I took it home.
And, of course you did.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I had a beta machine for a while. And at that point, there was one store in New York called are you ready for this? The beta only store. And you could go and get betas there. So
Lisa says, I never had a badge. I want a badge. We got to come up with something for you all. Not a Facebook thing, just a...
That's still good.
Eric says, I'm trying to create a busy signal for Zoom meeting software.
Oh,
Not
hi.
available. I'm sorry, I'm out.
I'm sorry. I cannot be reached at the present time.
Oh, but...
So that's the Gwen Verdon iced tea. That's still good.
It is still good.
It's still a nice thing.
We used to make that many years ago.
I remember it was one of the ones that we saw that looked interesting. We made it and we said, that's really nice.
Yeah.
This would be a great party punch, and it's an excellent afternoon drink. Make a picture of these, sit on the old veranda with some friends. Yeah.
Yes, that is. Yes, Patrick, that is Gwen Verdon. Whatever Lola wants.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Her indeed. And as a matter of fact, luckily enough, she got to play the movie, because in some cases she did not.
Amy, I don't know that song, but I'm going to look it up now. You know the song Chardonnay?
Ah, Power Pop, hello.
We just had a running gag about I wonder why she named her daughter Chardonnay.
Well, yeah, I think that's, you can kind of figure that one out.
Chardonnay!
And her brother Lager, you start to wonder about that.
Her brother Jack Daniels. Well, yeah, our regulars. Yes, you are regulars, Satellite.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Please. Yeah.
Badgers for all.
Badgers? Badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers. Different movie reference right there. Not quite a horror picture.
So, I gotta decide what I'm gonna make. So we did the Rita Margarita, Death in the Afternoon, and Gwen Verdon's iced tea.
Yeah.
I think I'll do Alfred Hitchcock's White Lady.
Oh, the White Lady.
Yes.
That's a fun idea.
Which
right?
White Lady is a known drink,
Yes,
so there's really nothing about this that makes it unique to Alfred Hitchcock. But it was, apparently he decided that this was his version. So we're going to do Alfred Hitchcock's White Lady.
I'd have to look up another White Lady to see if there's actually, if this is a variation, or if he just took a sort of standard formula and said, I will say that there are a number of famous people associated with drinks, and they say, this is the way I make this drink. And you take a look at it, and it's 2 ounces of gin and a half ounce of vermouth and an olive.
That's exactly the way everyone else makes it.
And I'm like, A, everybody makes it that way. B, that's actually not your drink. It's called a martini. And I think the number of things that are literally 2 ounces of gin, half ounce of vermouth.
What was the one we saw today that was so-and-so's martini? We're
yeah. Really?
Of course, we're standing back how is this different from any other martini?
Yeah, you start to get a little cynical about these
things.
we
were very cynical. Oh, don't badgers get a bottle service? Well, they do here.
The one.
Yeah. Well done. Yeah, some of the comments are here on Facebook and some are on YouTube. We're just going back and forth. So if you hear a comment you didn't see, it was wherever you weren't.
If you would like to actually tune in both places, please go right ahead. One of these might conk out. We've seen it happen in recent history.
Yeah, Eric's saying she was Lola in the film Damn Yankees. Yep. Yeah, on stage too. I remember her on MASH. Even guessed on Fame. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Dance with Debbie Allen.
Yes.
Who later on went to play Gwen's role in the London Sweet Charity.
Patrick, that's such a good question. Patrick says, is there anything named after the Black Dahlia? There is. I have seen a Black Dahlia drink, but we might need to make it better.
We can improve that.
I need a shaker.
Oh, Pardon me?
Do you mind? Thank you.
Don't mind at all.
We can't both bend down at the same time or someone will end up getting conked in
Or
the
this
head.
thing gets pushed over and then extreme disaster results, and that's definitely not the point, folks. Mm-hmm. What did I see? There was a fun
because he put
one.
his name on it.
Yeah, he put his name on it. That's why. That's what made it fancy.
Anyway,
So this is, this is
Alfred
one that I
Hitchcock's
found today.
White Lady.
Guy Lombardo's Souped Up Gibson.
White Lady is an album by the group Badger.
Badger. There you go.
Anyway, okay, so he has it in parts. So 2 parts gin, 1 part Cointreau. I'm using Grand Marnier. 1 part fresh lemon
Use
juice.
what you got.
So
Recommend that
I'll
you
do
get a high
ounces.
quality orange liquor.
2 ounces gin.
Very happy using Marnier in anything that we've got that requires an orange liquor.
I'm
But
using
it's a very special kind of thing.
Bootlegger gin. It's a local company and we adore them.
It's
So
a great company. We had a fantastic shoot there. They were very hospitable.
Bootlegger
to us.
New York gin.
We've certainly been there subsequently, and it's an excellent gin. And you know, they noted to us their gin has 4 things. That's it. Not 12 herbs and spices, not 11 herbs and spices, not 40 things. 4 things.
So since we're doing parts, I'm
Straight
doing
ahead
Grand
dry gin.
Marnier
Really,
instead
really
of
high quality
Cointreau because you can't buy all the orange liqueurs.
Yeah.
So
And
1
certainly not the
ounce
expensive ones.
Grand Marnier. Although I have to say that if I had used Cointreau, it would still be white.
Yes.
My White Lady is not white, which is fine, but it's not.
You could have used the
I could have used the
Could have
Curacao
used the Giffard, and it would
and
have
then
actually
one
stayed
part
clear.
fresh lemon juice, which is over here.
That's 11. Okay.
Okay. That's okay. It doesn't need to be a White Lady. No one cares.
Now, Cointreau lemon juice and a base, if you use brandy, you're talking a sidecar. So at the end of the day, this really just sounds like a gin sidecar.
What? Okay. What? I need a place to put it down.
Why not?
Okay. There was something there.
Yeah, cork.
Oh, okay.
Was there? Wing!
Shake with ice and strain into a cocktail glass.
Let's get you some ice.
Yes.
Well,
Doesn't fit. All right.
have some fun with that. Guess I need to break out that ice.
I guess so. Into the kitchen, son, and thaw out some ice.
Grandma, with the glasses you have.
If you recognize that quote, you win a prize.
We're about to be in that season.
Well,
just
hold
exactly.
on.
I'm not done yet.
All right. Well, I like to shake with more ice than he does.
I like to conserve ice so we get to a broadcast.
I bought 3 huge bags of ice today. Okay. Blah!
There we go.
I'm protecting it. You're molesting the bar.
I'm not doing any such thing.
Oh, wait.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Gwen taught her. Oh. Those cultural memory rules. You put Google to shame. Aww.
I tell you.
Ken.
Big fun.
So you're making an off-white lady. Yeah, we're making kind of a...
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything because, like, anything I say is going to come out wrong. So, yeah.
I'm very careful these days with what you say on the internet because subtitles happen, it comes out wrong, and then suddenly, yeah, you're a terrible person. You know?
It's like...
You know?
I didn't mean anything. Thank you.
Not everybody
All right,
out there is
so
trying to be offensive. I know there are plenty of people who are.
You know what? It's the white lady. We all know it's the white lady. It's off-white.
Kind of beige.
It's the beige lady.
Beige lady, yeah.
Okay. There's extra. I always like a drink with extra. I'm even going to give it a twist.
Ah,
Because I
like mine with a twist.
cut up a bunch of lemon twists. So, there we go.
I've got them. I'm going to use them, she says.
Exactly, satellite. It's kind of emoji colored. It's like the emoji lady.
Emoji lady. Moki moki.
Oh, and it's good.
And it's good too.
Oh.
Hey, you know, at the end
Alfred
of the day,
Hitchcock was onto something.
well, you know, he was a classy guy who knew his way around a bottle of gin, I believe.
Paul using the bottle for an icebreaker, Lisa's saying.
I always try to find the largest blunt object I've got, and I said, yeah, that'll do. And the cap was tightly screwed down.
Oh,
good.
Patrick, that's such a great idea. And you weren't here at the beginning, but... Okay, Patrick says, make a Shirley Temple, then add Johnny Walker Black, and you'll have a Shirley Temple Black. I love that.
We happen to have Johnny Walker Black.
We were talking about...
have to do that.
We were talking about doing... Earlier, we were talking about doing a Shirley Temple with alcohol and calling it like Shirley Temple's 21st birthday, but I love that.
Well, I just finished the iced tea, which is very low in alcohol.
Eric says maybe you need to practice cocktail feng shui.
Oh, there's a good idea. Well, this is a real light one. I'm really glad to have had this to space things out. It was literally 1 ounce of wine.
I think it's emoji color.
And that was it. It's like you could have about 5 of these before you'd say, oh, okay, yeah, I'm feeling it. But the great thing is that now I can work on the Shirley Temple Black. Ding! Inspiration.
We do have Johnny Walker Black.
Like I said, we've got Johnny Walker Black. So.
Patrick, we have Johnny Walker Black.
But what we do need is ginger ale, correct?
I put some in the fridge earlier.
Well, then
out there.
It. Let me see if I actually have a can right here. Might.
Probably not.
Never know.
We have all these little refrigerators dotted throughout the house.
Fridge.
So.
Yeah, we have 2 of them.
Chaz just keeps
Let's get some ginger
posting
ale.
Music videos. Thank you. Errol already knows he's a terrible person. He doesn't care what he says. I always start that sentence with like, we all know I'm going to hell, right? So, yeah. We all know I'm going to hell. Anyway.
Well, anyway.
He found some ginger ale.
I think that many Shirley Temple formulas say, like, a lemon lime soda, your 7-Up, your Sprite.
Oh, I got to take this down.
I happen to like it with the ginger ale if I'm going to make it at all.
Patrick says, I don't know if it'll taste good, but it's a decent pun. I think we can make this work.
I'm going to make this the way that I think it would be. And I think it will be awesome.
I think it's going to be good.
Scotch and ginger is one of my go-tos in the theater because quick, easy. They can do it just like that.
Intermission.
Pay your money at intermission and get back to the show. Not a problem. It's not like I like a Dawn Beach zombie. Can you make that? They're not going to make that for you.
Well, they can't make that.
They can't make that.
No,
Let's not be stupid. But your average, like that sort of like theater bar, hotel bar kind of thing. No, hotel bars have stuff. Theater bar, cater waiter bar has a whole ton of stuff, and all they can make is highballs. So order a highball. Well, that's what we're going to do.
Although the last Broadway show we saw, which I'm not going to lie, we haven't been to a show since Broadway reopened, which was only a month ago. So forgive us, but the last show we saw before the lockdown was Tootsie. Mm-hmm. And Tootsie had
which we enjoyed.
Thank you. A lot of cocktails that were prepared for that show. So they found someone with a sense of creativity to create the drink program. And kudos to them.
Is a thing with a lot of contemporary shows was starting to think about people might want something a little more sophisticated in the glass. And if you offer things to them, people will buy it. And they were. People were buying those drinks.
Amy's saying Shirley Temple Black, that's awesome. And Peter's saying, what would a McLean Stevenson cocktail consist of?
Well, I always think of McLean as MASH. He just like I know that he had a couple of prominent roles, but you just think of him.
What else did he do besides MASH?
As Colonel. Oh wait a minute, he wasn't Colonel Potter. That was Harry.
Yeah.
Who he was Colonel who on this show? No, I'm totally spacing.
Colonel.
And I think he was the same name as in the movie.
Yeah. Hold on.
Which was not played by McLean Stevenson. And
we have this movie, by the way.
We do have MASH, the movie, which is awesome. That's just great. One of my favorites. I quote this thing all the time. Martini? Yeah, I love a martini. But I think that he would have a vodka martini of some kind. That's what I think. Because this is what was available to you out there, in mobile unit.
Hold on. Colonel Henry Blake. Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake.
Colonel Blake. He's in 72 episodes of the original series. He's been on for a while there.
I feel like some of these people should have been on longer, but
yeah.
I know some of them wanted to leave too. They had careers to pursue. Yeah. Oh, okay. David said Henry Blake. Okay, you even beat me to it.
Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, Aaron likes the Haunted Records. Thank you.
Oh, please. We got some great stuff back there. I will say of these, the chilling, thrilling sounds should be in every household. If you didn't have that as a kid, then you're lacking something. I'm lacking something I didn't have as a
Ken
kid.
is saying, funny about the little fridges, drives up the electric bill.
Oh.
Oh, and Jennifer said Henry Blake too. Okay, so David got that on Facebook and Jennifer got it on YouTube.
People are onto it. I completely spaced Henry. But now that I think about it, I can think of Hawkeye saying, Henry, you know.
I am all about replacing this fridge, which is old and not energy efficient, with a retro fridge I saw the other day in a store that's energy efficient.
Also a miniature fridge. So I don't know how energy
But it's
efficient
bigger than that.
Yeah, it is taller. What the heck? It's got a better freezer compartment.
We could combine 2 miniature fridges into one.
Why don't you just get a full-size fridge then?
Well, if you don't mind having a fridge in the living room, I'm all for that.
And now your electricity bill goes exactly where it was. Boom. I'm going to do 2 things to this. First of all...
Oh my gosh. Patrick says this is a long walk, but you can make liquor from pine cones. And if you added that to a Rob Roy cone. Oh!
Roy.
Oh!
I don't know if
you know what we've had, though? We've had pine soda.
Yeah. Yes.
You could make that with pine soda.
Pine soda was, in Canada, you can get a product called spruce beer.
Yes.
Yeah, just like root beer
tastes
and
like
ginger
a pine
beer.
tree.
And it just tastes like a Christmas tree.
That's
it's
hilarious.
a really crazy
Mash
product.
on beta,
Very old concept.
Mash on beta.
First thing I'm going to do with this drink is
I love you guys.
Our grenadine
so
is not that red because we make it ourselves. I'm going to put in some cranberry bitters.
Oh, Larry.
And really, that's the only reason I'm putting in the cranberry bitters.
Oh,
but it'll punch the flavor a little bit.
Lisa's saying the episode was sad when Henry Blake was flying home.
Oh, yeah.
Just use juniper berries. We had juniper soda, too.
Yeah, juniper soda is quite good.
You could do the Roy cone with one of these sodas.
All right. The classic Shirley Temple. You get your grenadine. You give yourself a nice healthy splash.
Oh, hot tea tots. Yep.
And you fill with your ginger or lemon lime soda. And
wait, what did you do? I'm supposed to be writing this down.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were doing comments and stuff while I was working.
Well, yeah.
I'm ignoring what I was
doing.
So here we go.
So what did you do?
I started with a glass of ice. This is a built-in glass.
Yeah,
I've got a really cool looking, very pink glass. Because Shirley, hello. Fill with ice. I put a nice dash of the cranberry bitters for color only. Because our grenadine is not that red. And you want to have some red going on.
Okay.
Okay. And then I added a generous dollop of the grenadine that we have.
A generous... how would you quantify that?
Half an ounce.
Half-ounce grenadine.
There you go. But really, in the bar, the guy just grabs the bottle with the pour top and goes, boop.
Yeah.
And he grabs the gun and goes, fill. And that's your Shirley Temple.
But before you fill, you're going to add your Johnny Walker Black.
Let's make a Shirley Temple Black, shall we?
Did you bring it over? You did not. Let me get it.
I did not. But it's right there underneath the hat.
I got it.
Quite visible.
I forget where we got the Johnny Walker Black, actually. It came into our lives. We didn't buy it.
It emerged. How about that? I'm going to add a full 1.5 ounces.
Do you not want to say that arrived in our lives?
I'm not 100% sure I remember, but if I think about it, I will figure it out.
Okay.
I happen to like Johnny Walker as a blended scotch. It's an excellent quality product, and the black is very nice. And then there's gold and green and blue and all those things. But hey, the basic red, that's an excellent product. No problem with that.
And if you're watching from Johnny Walker.
Yeah. The greens, the golds, the blues are very rarefied. They're very different products, no question. You probably don't want to go mixing with those because that's going to cost you. But black is a great mixer at a very reasonable price. Fill with your ginger soda.
Ginger ale.
In this case, ginger ale. And I can't reach the straws anymore. Place straw in.
I feel like the Shirley Temple Black needs a...
Cherry.
It does need a cherry.
Needs a cherry.
All right. Oh, that's good.
This is a scotch and ginger with the grenadine. And it's not
enough... That's good.
It's not enough grenadine to make this really sweet.
Okay.
And you know what would help this too?
What?
Which one has a lemon?
This one.
This guy's got the lemon. I'm going to add
a
1/4 ounce of lemon.
I'm saying a chimney glass.
Mm-hmm. And I'm adding a lemon twist as well. And make sure that you actually give it the twist. Put a little bit of the oil on top of the drink.
Ah.
Okay, now that, I can definitely smell that. And try it again.
All right, let's see.
That's a nice note. Yeah. Initially, it was kind of like forward with a sweet profile.
Yeah, I liked it before too, but yeah, that really does help.
No, this is good.
Patrick, thank you so much for the idea. That's great, actually.
I love hilarious ideas like that.
Yeah.
It's really Temple Black.
It's really good. You know, if you're in the mood for a highball.
I'm frequently in the mood for a highball, and frequently I should have a highball rather than a martini. Because, you know, one martini is, I love a martini, do it the most.
Oh. Oh, Aaron says someone who in my family who lived in Pennsylvania loved birch beer. He loves birch beer.
I like birch beer a lot. That was a classic.
Patrick says my grandmother had a still, and she made brewed beer, birch beer, and sarsaparilla. Oh my gosh!
Hello.
Wow.
Oh, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. When I was a kid, there was a soda company in Providence, Rhode Island. I think it's called.
You saying birch beer is available? Yeah,
it's available. I think it was called Red Fox, and they were making soda like 100 years ago.
Jess says Tom Collins and Arnold Palmer. I see a Tom Arnold. Oh no. Oh God. I remember when he was,
that could be done.
I remember when he was on an episode of Different Strokes as Larry. McLean Stevenson?
Oh, well.
Okay.
Funny. Yeah, birch beer, by now there are several brands who are making it. I think that some well-known national brands do, like Polar, I think, does a birch beer, which I think is actually pretty good. And there are some smaller soda companies that they do around. If you have a very local company, I know that there's that, I think it's Swampscott one up in Maine or New Hampshire that does some very local sodas. They've been there forever.
Yeah, we bought some maple soda
they have a maple cream soda, which is actually really good.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they do a birch beer. They should, you know. But that's a classic. It's one of those flavors that was kind of off the beaten path for a long time. But you'd find some weird corner of New England, and there'd be a little corner store, and they'd have birch beer, and you'd pop the cap, and the cap had a piece of cork in it, you know, that kind of thing. Like, what is this, from the year 2? And it was it was awesome.
Year 2.
It was like really good. What else? If you purchase the Johnny Blue and you get to one of the kiosks, say in Grand Central Station around Christmas time, there'll be a little guy there from Johnny Walker with a person there who will engrave your bottle for you.
Oh, yeah, Ken. Yes, that's true.
And for what you will pay for a bottle of Walker Blue, they ought to throw in some engraving.
Tastes like Wintergreen. Oh.
Yeah, Wintergreen is one of the...
Park birch beer from Branford, Connecticut will ship. Oh. Okay. Perfect match for Pepe's Pizza.
Pepe's. Give me a Pepe's white clam pie.
Yeah, Amy, yes. Polar. Tastes like wintergreen. I haven't had it, but...
The dominant flavor in those tends to be wintergreen. If you've got a reputable brand, they will actually throw in some birch oil because that's another flavor that's in there. And if I recall properly, sarsaparilla, the dominant flavor is probably sassafras. But the simple fact is, birch beer, root beer, and sarsaparilla all have something in common in terms of the makeup. At the end of the day, what do you got? You've got in soda form what otherwise we'd probably call aromatic bitters. It's a bunch of roots with some sweetener, and there's some bitter stuff. At one end of the spectrum, you've got Moxie, you know, which actually...
I noticed there is a bottle of Moxie.
There's a bottle of Moxie in there. Now, Moxie is literally flavored with gentian root, which is the stuff, the dominant flavor in most of your old-fashioned bitters. And I think, well, that would make it a great cocktail mixer, and we have used that for that purpose. And it's very good. I don't
love me a birch or root beer, to be honest. He does. So I'm like, God bless, but I'm like, I don't love that.
I'm actually a big fan when it is a local brand and they're really trying to get like all these different flavors going, like a very traditional formula. If it's just a big national brand and it's kind of one note, I think All right, whatever. You punch the wintergreen, you called it birch beer. But, there are some very good small brands doing this that have a nice flavor profile that I like.
I never knew until just now. Well, until Amy said that wintergreen was from birch.
No, wintergreen is actually from wintergreen, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know, but everyone's saying that like the birch beer tastes like wintergreen.
That's a dominant flavor that they throw in there.
But I'm not up on these things. Oh, Patrick, we will talk to you on Friday. Yes. Yes, correct. Break a leg.
Yep.
Anyway, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about these root things because I don't like them. But like everyone's saying wintergreen and birch. And I'm like, oh, is that a thing? Because I never knew that. They sell Moxie at Fresh Market in Tulsa.
Hey.
Oh, Lisa, really?
Wow. Well, be sure to grab some.
Ow. Peter says, next time I'm down at Grand Central, I'll pick up some Johnny Walker Blue. Yeah, do it. Get it engraved.
You got to go around Christmas
Live it
time.
up.
They've got the engraving station.
Yep. Live it up.
They had that. I've seen that a few places. But, yeah, well, if you get a chance to try Moxie, I would say try it because if you're adventurous, this is a good thing. And I'm not going to say you're going to like it, but you might like it a lot. So who knows?
Lisa says, my mom used to have sassafras roots for making sassafras tea back in the 60s, 70s. Then she got rid of it because she was told it caused cancer. Really?
We were all told that
oh my gosh,
the red dye causes cancer.
Yes, Peter.
Not true.
Peter says some great birch beer comes from New Jersey. I completely believe that.
I bet. Some great cider comes from New Jersey. Some great hard cider comes from New Jersey. And, of course, Jersey Lightning comes from New Jersey.
Exactly.
Good old Applejack.
A lot of good things come from New Jersey.
There was a period of time when there was one Applejack on the market, and it came from New Jersey. It still does.
Yep.
They still make this stuff. They make two different levels of the stuff, and you can go to Laird's Distillery and have them demo it for you. And now there are dozens, and that's a good thing to revive. Because that was a classic American drink back in the day. You were probably as likely to be drinking a distilled apple product as a distilled wheat product back in the day, or barley. But,
it was not warm today. Why is it so hot in here?
It's funny. It contained the heat. Ugh. I don't know. I don't think it blew off as much. But I'm sure we're
I was wearing a
vent
sweater
the rooms in there
for most
so we
of
can
the
sleep.
day. I went out and I was bundled up. Why is it so hot in here?
Anyway.
Crazy.
Well, this is good. And it only has one shot of hooch, so I could potentially make a shorter one. I've been nursing this along, and honestly, this large drink
I'm not going to say what I thought
ginger is very good.
When you said I'm going to make it short. I'm just thinking of Dead Stars.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take a look into the book and see what we got.
I'm not going to say it.
I'm not going to say it.
I don't want to be canceled.
I name-checked this recently when we were talking about various things. We have Guy Lombardo inside. This is, again, this...
Oh, yeah. The Guy Lombardo drink was crazy, too.
The Esquire drink book.
Peter's saying since it's Halloween season, the Misfits come from New Jersey as well. There you go.
Is it Lodi, New Jersey, or is it Nutley? It's one of those.
Don't they blend into each other?
They are awfully close, as a matter of fact. As you pass Nutley, you see signs for Lodi. And Nutley is definitely Martha Stewart. Yeah. But I'm trying to think. I think Lodi is the Misfits, as a matter of fact.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are local boys. Local boys don't big. Anyway, so this was the Guy Lombardo souped up Gibson. It says, what did he put into it? Well, he made a Gibson, and he added 6 pearl onions. He souped it up by adding a lot of garnish. Well, I've had 3 olive martinis. I've had 5 olive martinis.
Lodi, Peter's saying.
Lodi.
Okay. All right. Lodi.
We are not infrequently driving through Lodi because, why? If you want to get home from New Jersey, you might well be cranking up Route 80 to Route 17. And you'll go past Lodi.
Ken says, Moxie tastes like Coke and root beer stranged through a vintage industrial roasting storm. That's about right. That's about right.
That's a pretty good description.
And he likes it.
Oh, I like this stuff a lot.
He goes out of his way to buy it.
I will. When we were in New Hampshire and we can get Moxie just out the convenience store.
From where?
Convenience store.
No. In what state?
New Hampshire. Where else?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Definitely wouldn't get it.
I'm from California.
We stopped to get gas. I go in to pay, and I'm like, oh hey, they got Moxie right there in the cabinet. Boom, two for $3. So definitely pick up a couple there at the time. We also
Chaz is saying Johnny Appleseed soda apples for use in hard cider.
This is what people did with apples
he did.
Back in the day. Apparently, people didn't really eat apples.
Moxie tastes like medicine.
Apples. That's what they did.
I agree.
It is. Because, once again, gentian root has that astringency you associate with medicine. Or with, say, cocktail bitters. Now, I don't think this has gentian per se, but they're old-fashioned, definitely. And Angostura, that's the dominant flavor. Now, there's 20 herbs and spices in Angostura. I can't tell you what's in there, because I don't know. Nobody knows.
I love
Angostura knows.
Someone has, medicine tastes like Moxie, Doug says. Ooh.
No, that's a different way of thinking about it, right?
Down.
Fun stuff. I happen to like this stuff because it's got that bitterness and the sweet, and it balances it out. I like it, and I would say if you're intrepid and you're like, oh, I got to try this stuff sometime. Well, just think about the fact that we're the ones who went and took the Wall of Pain challenge at Porco, and we're like, hey, this is pretty good. I'm not saying that the stuff we were trying was something that you wanted to actually consume. I'm saying that we've had enough bitter stuff that we thought we could take it. Because the stuff that we were trying was not as bitter as the stuff that we've had.
Oh, okay. See, you and Errol are kindred spirits. Because Lisa says the first time we tried Moxie, we weren't sure if it was Epicap or soda, but Errol kept on drinking it.
I will actually note that if you're having digestive issues, then a little bit of bitterness might help. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
Also, first time I tried Moxie, I was like, oh, really?
Whoa.
Okay.
Ginger is supposed to calm the stomach. Hello.
That's true.
There's the thing. We have ginger bitters. That's a very fine idea.
Ginger tea.
Ginger tea. That's a nice idea. But I'm trying to think of other things that kind of fit into that profile. Now, Moxie's kind of unique in sodas. All the other sodas are sweet, and they're supposed to be sweet. All of the root beers were designed to be alternatives to hard liquor at the time.
What was it they said in American Drinks about Moxie?
There's a commentator.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
In the it was.
He was the guy from the Moxie Museum, actually.
No, this was like the American. What was the whole series that this was in?
American Drinks.
American Drinks. There was also American Eats.
History in a Glass.
And History in a Glass had a commentator who talked about this stuff.
Amy says, bitter enough without the Moxie. Just saying. He says, what was the most bitter thing you two had? Oh, definitely Sfumato.
Sfumato Rabarbaro.
Yeah. Which you can get at Mid-Valley in Newburgh.
Go and pick up a bottle and be amazed at just
Peter,
how
we'll grab a bottle. We'll have to drink it one night.
This stuff could possibly be.
That
is a long,
so bitter.
Long finish on that stuff. And I like it.
Finish.
I like it a lot. And the Sfumato sounds like it's smoky. Yes. Rabarbaro implies that there's rhubarb. Oh, okay. So that's like a rootsy kind of thing. But like any of these Amari, and they've got the smokiness. That is intense. It's
Eric's saying I tried the Bold Ginger Ale. That sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
We've had what's the company?
There's two that I can think of. There's the one that
there are a couple that make like a hot ginger ale.
Verner's, I think,
that's
is the one that is.
Blenheim.
And Blenheim's, yes.
Blenheim, that's really good.
Verner's, I'm thinking of. I think they're in North Carolina, and they do 2 or 3 different levels.
That's so funny. I was going to ask y'all about Moxie.
Hilarious.
Let your taste decide.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not. It's a soda. It's not. We're making it sound scarier than it is.
It's not a shot of Malort.
No.
By any means.
No.
Because
it'll be fun.
There is no sweetness to Malort.
If you like root beer, you'll probably love it.
There is just, there are just old engine parts to Malort. The actual description of Moxie from the television special we refer to is the guy simply saying, Moxie tastes like a well-used motor oil.
And he's the guy from the Moxie Museum.
And he's approximately right. There's this density to it. There's a specific gravity. You want to have a Florence flask while you say that and be like, yeah, I'm actually coming in with this many units. And like the stuff is dense.
Hello, Sherry.
Heavy.
And Sherry is saying Verner's is from Michigan.
Michigan. Thank you.
We were just talking today. about how we need a road trip to Detroit and Michigan in general. So thank you for
We've got to start cranking through the Midwest again.
We do.
We've been
the upper
as
Midwest.
far mid-north as Cleveland, and I think we need to keep going.
Yep.
Because you think about that, the fact that people in Cleveland are like, well, I was going to do this concert in Detroit. And it's like, really? That's just not that far.
Oh, Amy's saying there are people who drink hot Dr. Pepper. What's up with that?
We tried that live on the air, and all I can say is don't use the diet.
Yeah, we tried
terrible.
it with diet, and it sucked.
Terrible.
But
I
would be willing to try it again with the sugar.
And you can get Dr. Pepper with sugar, not the bogus sugar.
I would try to.
So,
Julie's loving the burners. Okay, you know what? We got to take that trip. Yeah. We can't get that here, but
I have tried burners.
I'm all about taking that road trip.
And I thought it was excellent. I think I've actually more recently tried the Blenheims, which is what I was really thinking of, which I believe is from North Carolina. And they have like 2 or 3 different kinds. And then there's a lot of local ginger ales. And then, of course,
champagne flutes.
Oh, they're there. And there's the simple fact that ginger beer has a lot more kick to it. It's no alcohol. It's still just a soda. But it has zing because it's got a very, very heavy ginger kick, which I happen to love a lot. So, back in the day, the only ginger beer you could find anywhere was made by a company called Old Time. Anybody remember them? That is the standard by which I measure all of the ginger beer. That one, like, spot on.
I remember the
really
bottles.
Good. Yeah.
I'm just going to have some bubbles because, I don't want to completely pass out on you guys.
Want to keep going, huh?
I do. I poured a little bit of lemon juice into my champagne flute, giving myself some champagne. I'm going to give it some cranberry bitters, too.
That's an excellent idea. Frequently on a Friday.
It'll be pretty and give it
by which
dimension.
I mean every Friday, we will actually kill a bottle of bubbles around these parts. And we start with something that's got some octane, and we work our way down until it's just the bubbles. And throwing some bitters in there makes it more special, and I like it a lot.
Oh, Peter's saying you should hit up Ann Arbor along with Detroit. Didn't we stop in Ann Arbor?
No.
We went to a diner in Indiana.
That's Indiana, not Michigan.
Where was that?
That was northern Indiana. It was a great diner. It was a really cool vintage diner, yeah.
Okay, no, it wasn't Ann Arbor, but we went to some really cool town.
I got to remember where the hell that was. That was along probably 80.
Oh, and you picked up ginger beer with hibiscus.
Oh.
I haven't seen that.
Great fun.
A favorite for the season, Werewolf Howling Ginger Beer. I haven't seen that either. Oh my gosh.
I'm just getting this whole impression of these Howlin' Wolf drinks.
Errol says Dr. Pepper and ginger and Dr. Pepper and gin are not too bad. Okay.
I'm still thinking about the Howlin' Wolf drink. That should be like a shot of rye with something. I'm just telling you. Interesting. Interesting. By the way, Amy, you can get Hibiscus Bitters. They're made by
Dashfire.
Dashfire makes those. And we had a recommendation on those. When you find them, use them and put them in the fridge because
Mama Sims.
The flavor is a little fragile, but they're really good. They're really good.
Mama Sims says Moxie use motor oil. It's tasty. Well, he likes it too.
Can I say?
I don't not like it. It's not what I'm gonna reach for, but he likes it better than I do.
Fun stuff. By the way, we have a bottle over there that we haven't actually cracked to sample, in case anybody's interested in such things.
Which? Oh, should we do that now?
Want to do it later?
Let's save that for next week.
Okay.
Or
we'll do that then.
Next, whenever we're on. If you joined us late, we're probably not going to be live next Wednesday because we're both going to be working on a film.
It's going to be long hours, folks.
So
if you want to see us at about 3 a.m. New York time, then I'm not going to do that. That's ridiculous.
And it's TBD because I'm working for 3 days on this film. So next week's going to be a little weird, but we're going to definitely go live probably on the weekend next week. And then we'll be back to our regular schedule the week after. So
that's our regularly scheduled programming.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we will let you know. It's kind of hard to know with a film because you don't know until
12 hours before.
8 to 12 hours before.
When your call time is.
Exactly.
And you can get there and wait for a long time before anything happens. And then when it finally does, it's going to keep on happening. And then before you know it, it's 1 a.m. and you got 2 hours to go.
Yep. Which is good with me because, like...
She's okay with it.
Ka-ching. I'm all about making that sweet, sweet union money.
I've only ever worked tech before, so I was on a 20-foot ladder with a very long boom pole.
But... So next week, we will let you know when we're live. Mm-hmm. But we're going to, if you joined us late and you're interested in doing a test watch party sometime this weekend, make sure we have your email and we'll set that up. And then the week after that, we'll do an actual watch party after we try it and fail. But have a lot of fun.
You have to fail before you will succeed.
You have to fail before you succeed.
This is the fact.
So,
I was thinking about all of the installs we've done recently. Installed a new door on the house. Installed a mailbox on the house for the first time in years.
Sherry says, Cindy's dinner? Yep. Oh, and Devin says, yummy. Fort Wayne. Oh my gosh. I don't remember where we went, but it was... No,
this was not Fort Wayne. This was a small town.
But it was so good.
Yeah, this was
Where's Max's Hideaway? I want to go there.
Max's Hideaway is...
I want to go there, too.
Oh, where is that?
I don't remember the town.
No, I don't remember the town, but what state is it in?
Wisconsin?
Is it, or is it Nebraska? Where is Max's? Now we got to look it up. Jeez.
Looking it up.
I'm not going to be able to remember that on a dime right now here at this...
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids.
It's in Michigan.
Thank you. It is. Okay. Well, Grand Rapids...
I got a couple of drinks in me.
Grand Rapids needs a tiki bar. And what do you know? It has a tiki bar. So good.
Oh, thank you, Amy. Yeah.
Boom.
Dave was saying, won't they be on strike? Well, I hope not.
Yep.
If they're on strike, we'll be here Wednesday at 8.
We got Marcy on Grand Rapids and Amy in Michigan. Boom, done.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
I haven't been, so...
That's why it's not in my brain.
Okay, Deb, message us your email addresses, and we will work this out. And you'll be part of our beta test.
Oh, boy, a beta test.
Oh, hi, Miko. Miko saying, I saw a boom pole open for 20-foot ladder at CBGB. Great show.
I think it was at that show.
Kelly can turn all bitters to sweet. Oh, Ken. Thank you.
I think I was at that show, Miko. I think I recorded that, too. If you want to hear it sometime, talk to me. Yeah.
I hope they don't go on strike.
Oh, please.
We have friends in IATSE. And...
yeah, and I have friends who work in the industry. One who was at the networks and one who is actually doing sound editing for music sound editing for at this point, probably 19 years she's been at that.
She's a rock star.
One of them was actually posting about this sort of thing, and I had to comment. I'm like, you know what? What they're attempting to strike about is entirely legitimate, and it's just...
I stand with them.
It's all of the digital services which are like, oh, boo-hoo, we don't have to make any money. We need a sweetheart deal. Not anymore, you don't.
Let's work this out.
No, all of these services, I could name them, but you know who they are. They're all contemporary. They're all streaming. They're making plenty of money.
Oh, you got to go to Jason's on the way too? Marcy says, oh.
Hello.
Ugh, it looks bad. I know.
Oh, man. Crossing fingers. I need a drink. Jeez, I'm just sort of like...
I need that money.
Having some ginger ale and whatnot.
Let's work this out because...
What do we have left? What could I make?
Because I'm with them, so you know what? If we go on strike, we go on strike.
Let's consult Esquire. Esquire is not name checked too much.
I don't want to go on strike on money.
But they are a classic cocktail guide. There's like 1,400 drinks in here, and Esquire, of course, was inspiration for Playboy, which, of course, the Playboy Bar Guide is a classic of itself. Thomas Mario, all sorts of great stuff in there. Really will tell you how to do it properly. Let's take a look here in terms of some celeb-type drinks that we might be able to make right now that would be fun and interesting. Patrice Munsell has a Planter's Punch which looks totally legitimate. I'm not in the mood for that right now because I've just had a bunch of tall ones. But that's actually really good.
And who?
Who?
By the way?
Patrice Munsell was a stage person, I think.
I'm not saying she wasn't. I'm just saying that, like...
Here's one from Frank Scully, who he is. Called Fun in Bed. Oh, that sounds like fun.
All right, well,
That
I'm
is
up for that.
1 part grape juice, 1 part Applejack. I would modify that heavily, but I like the name of the drink, so.
Peter says, have a howling wolf.
Have a howling wolf. I can imagine how to make a howling wolf. It might involve Pabst. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking.
And I'm getting all stressed.
About what?
About the strike.
Hey, things happen.
I know I stand with, I do. I'm just like, damn. This sucks. Just give them what they need, you know? Give them a living wage.
Well, some people disagree with you. I've got to say, those people who disagree with you don't want you to get paid, so I disagree with them.
No.
And that's kind of the thing.
Oh my God. No, just give them, Just
Oh,
give them what they have earned.
I think I might want to try this. Okay.
All right. I'm going to stop
This sounds
talking
good.
showbiz politics now.
This claims to use a Collins glass, but I think this really needs a flute.
What are you making?
Risa Stevens' Morning Glory. Does anybody remember Risa Stevens?
No. How do you spell that?
R-I-S-E with an umlaut. She was an opera person, but she also did some Broadway stuff. Yes. Opera.
Rise Stevens.
Rise Stevens, yes.
Okay.
Like Herb Alpert? No. Risa. So I'm going to chill another champagne flute.
Risa Stevens what?
Morning Glory.
That just sounds dirty.
Well, you need to talk to Risa.
S-T-E-V or P-H?
I don't know.
You were just looking at it.
V. Yeah, but I wasn't looking at V or PH.
Stevens or Stevens.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, her name is plural, so you need to add
Stevens.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
Morning Glory.
I'm going to chill this glass, but I'm not going to maintain that ice.
He's like shaming me like I should know who she is, but
I'll tell everybody knew Risa Stevens.
I thought everyone knew Risa Stevens. Actually, no one knew Risa Stevens, but okay, thanks.
End of the day, nobody did.
Literally no one did. Eric might have. He seems to be up on this stuff.
Okay. Now, literally, this drink calls for some fruit garnish with orange and pineapple slices. We have neither. So you have to imagine what's going on. But this is actually pretty simple.
All right. Lay it on me.
And this requires a half ounce of an orange liqueur. She calls for Cointreau. I'm going to use the Marnier because it's what we have and it's excellent. If I had Cointreau, I'd use it. And I had a great half ounce measure up here, which is right there. Here we go. This is really simple.
But now it just looks like Rise Stevens.
I know. I keep thinking Herb Alpert. No. So there we go. A little bit of the orange liqueur.
Oh.
Marnier.
Yes, yeah. David's saying, I hope they resolve it quickly. Doug's saying, Union, yes. Oh, Julia's saying she was in Going My Way. Oh!
Oh, wow.
Wait! Mom says, got a picture of Rita and Risa. Really?
Rita and Risa. Wow.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay,
Hello.
that's exciting since I'd never heard of her until tonight.
Well, that's all kinds of fun. You see what happens when you name check the
And we got
stars?
a troll. Yay, Trollio. I'm glad you're here because that means people are watching this video.
The video suddenly got better. With Trollio.
Oh my gosh. You gotta share that picture with us. That Herb Alpert movie is good. It is good.
Okay.
My phone is blowing up and I'm excited about it.
Big fun.
Okay, wait.
So
So we
when
had a
your
half
phone
ounce
blows
Grand
up.
Marnier. What else?
Half ounce cherry brandy.
Okay.
Now, we don't legitimately have a cherry brandy, but
No, we
have.
do.
We do? Which one?
The stuff that was in the cherry.
True. But I don't need a cherry. So what I did was I took the cherry
That's
cordial
cherry
and brandy, and I made a half ounce. So we have a half
Any
ounce.
port in a storm.
Quarter ounce of brandy, 1/4 ounce of the cordial, and there we go.
Important storm.
The flavor profile will be identical.
That's what it is.
Don't kid yourself.
Oh, hi, Janice.
Hey, good to see you.
Traveling through Georgia and South Carolina. Oh, awesome. Well, good for you.
Could you retrieve for me the Angostura Bitters, please?
I sure can.
Now, since I lack the fruit garnish, I'm going to add a bit of peel because
I have 2 kinds of peel. Lemon and lime.
you do indeed.
How many dashes was that?
2 dashes.
2.
Now the Angostura.
I'm saying aromatic bitters.
And give that a squeeze on that and fill with your bubbles.
Okay. Not mint wine.
And that is the morning glory. Reason
All right.
says to garnish with an orange slice and a pineapple stick. Now,
Oh, well.
I
I don't have that.
I don't have that sort of thing. If I did, I would do. I think we actually have some pineapple frozen, but which actually would not be a bad idea right now. But I'm going with this.
But
here we go.
let's try it.
With the name Morning Glory, I think this is designed as a hangover cure. And as such, it would be a great idea. As a sort of evening drink when you want something a little light, I think it's still a good idea.
I like that.
I think it's still a really good idea.
Mm.
So, hello, Rita.
It smells good, too.
Yeah, it does. There's some nice aroma happening there.
Hi, Gettysburg, ma'am.
Oh, hello. You're here now. What the heck? We've had some fine drinks. We're going to have some fine drinks.
You're here now. So.
Here now is the thing.
Thank you for that. Wait, hold on. Okay. Catching up. Lisa says, LOL on the legitimate. We have to legitimately legitimize the illegitimate so it's legit. I like the way you think.
I must go somewhere and figure that out.
Janice went to a Prohibition museum in Savannah, which has a speakeasy at the end. Thank heavens for that. Great glasses and classic cocktails. I love it. Oh.
Savannah, Georgia is like any place. Any place in the country at the time. It's like, oh, we're totally teetotalers. You know, there was a lot of drinking going on. So they have a fantastic
going on.
History and such things. We're very oriented towards this state, and we think, you know, good old New York City had like 1,500 speakeasies within about 6 months of Prohibition, like becoming legal. So, like, there's this whole thing about that. Chicago has a well-known history of illegal bootlegging. Detroit, I think, basically existed at the time because they were importing all the rye from Canada. So there's the thing. There's like a very heavy sort of East Coast, Midwest thing about that. But southern part of the country is where the stills happen, you know?
Yeah.
People have been making it which way, and people did. We attended a great thing at the American History Museum wing of that whole Smithsonian unit a few years back. I think this is 2016 where they were talking about that era. And they were talking about home brewing. And people actually, the museum made home brew beer, which was actually pretty good.
So I'm going to drop our Feeding America link if you're so inclined. And if you're not, no worries. You don't have to post a protest. But
no, brought up in last week's broadcast that we had done that in the past. And
we're doing,
as it turns out, we decided we could do that again.
Our fundraiser for Feeding America. So, Lisa says, LOL, please slip us the password. If you're interested in having
Swordfish.
A holiday cocktail created for you,
all you need to do is
make a donation of, I think it was $25 or more to Feeding America through our page, and we will do that for you.
We will get you a custom cocktail based on your specifications. What do you like in a cocktail? And what can we actually go a little far afield with? And we can make that happen. Because we get the resources, so you don't have to buy them. We can try a lot of things.
So, There's supposed to be a way that we can have an overlay over our live broadcast where you have to see this message the whole time, but I have technically not figured that out yet, so maybe that will happen. But if you would like to donate, we will create a custom cocktail for you for your holiday celebrations, and it doesn't have to be a November or December holiday celebration. We recognize all celebrations. Yeah. So if you're like, I'd like to do it for my nephew's 8th birthday, like, hey, we can create a cocktail for that.
Like July 4th, Arbor Day?
Yep.
We can do such things.
Yep.
Arbor Day sounds
we
like
can do that.
Arbor Day sounds like you're using like roots and leaves and things. Oh, back to birch beer. Interesting. So please, we will be doing that again. You can benefit, and you, of course.
Hold on,
oh, please take care of.
I got to report our troll.
Oh, what a shame! What a shame. Bye. Bye.
Bye, troll.
Do you have to do something before you report?
I did. Oh, hold on. Okay. This is harassing me. I feel harassed. No, I feel okay. Harassed. All right.
All right.
Bye. Bye, troll. No, I don't want to end it like that. We can keep talking.
No, we've actually increasingly gotten certain people who are a little sourpuss about this whole affair. And all I can say is, hey, to each his own. But this crowd that is watching right now,
I got to catch up, though,
is here to enjoy what
Chaz
we do.
Is saying, Rita Stevens
so
in a 1965 production of The King and I with Darren McGavin as the king. Kolchak? What? Wow. Okay.
Man. Now I got
Amy's saying that's so cool. Feeding America is a great organization. Thank you, Amy.
We try to do our part. We really try.
What are we sourpuss about? Devin, I have no idea.
I don't know.
You know, it doesn't bother me anymore.
I know what the problem is with some people, and I don't care.
I don't care.
You do your bag. Everybody else here is here because, hey, we're raising a drink and having some fun. Right now it's with dead celebrities. You can't have fun with dead celebs? What the hell's your problem? Well, nobody here. Yeah. We're all having a good time. And we've had some great drinks so far, and we might have some more. I don't know. I mean, I got a whole book here which tells me about interesting things associated with celebrities. So,
this is the best. I love you guys.
We throw an idea out.
And I'm not that drunk. I'm not so drunk that I'm just talking.
No, please. Look, we throw an idea out and people come back with, try this, and it's a great drink idea. We throw out, who was the name of? And suddenly 3 people are telling me that's the character name.
Yes, exactly.
This is why I love this crowd, because when I completely forget things, you fill it right in because you know.
Aww.
You know, because you're hip. That's it. Good stuff.
I love it. I saw, wait, hold on. Wait, what? Hold on.
We had a problem with language, which is not a problem at all.
Oh, wait, get it from him. So the bitches. Bastards? Oh, yeah.
I'll say that on the air. That's hilarious.
Bumpus! I said bastards, which was...
The bumpus hounds.
Yes.
Yeah, bastards, which is
wrong.
dangerously.
I crossed my
Cross your genres.
My cult movies.
Cross
is what I'm trying
movies.
To say.
Yep. But I got to tell you, Christmas Story crosses so many fields.
Eric is saying,
and things.
Well, Andy Warhol is dead, so do those 15 minutes count now? I think it's more like 30 seconds now, but whatever.
You know, his quote had nothing to do with life or death. He was talking about people being famous in life. Well, heck, it's got to do with life in that case. And he certainly got more than that amount of time, but he assisted many people to get a lot of attention back in the time by simply recognizing that video is. So he definitely had that thing. But I love that quote, though. Does that count now? You know, visit the Warhol Museum. We've been to Pittsburgh now like 7 times and have not seen the Warhol Museum. So put a bullet in my brain. We've got to check that out.
Mercy, we miss you too.
Oh, seriously? Oh, wow. Already? I feel like it was like a month ago because it was like a month ago.
Peter's still waiting for his Tor Johnson cocktail. I feel like we might be able to get on that.
I need akavit.
All right, Peter. Remember how we said we're going to do a test this weekend of the whole watch party thing? Maybe we could do the Tor Johnson cocktail for that, and we could get akavit.
Perhaps our test movie will just happen to have to be.
Because he's having creative issues.
With
the lack of akavit.
It needs something. Perhaps the test movie will just have to be Plan 9.
We have to find a way to play it.
We can do that.
I guess that's all part of the test.
It's part of the test. We don't play it. The service plays it. So we can make it happen.
Yeah. Oh, Devin says, oh, is there a troll? It was on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway. Oh, Madeline Khan. Yes. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
So much love for Madeline Khan. She's kind of my idol.
First of all, she actually attended my alma mater. Second of all, she's brilliant. And third of all, it's like she works so well in Mel Brooks vehicles.
Yes.
That I adore. So, I mean, there you go. You've got Blazing Saddles. You've got Young Frankenstein. And then you've got what is probably the ultimate, which I think gets a little overshadowed, but that really needs to be redressed. High Anxiety is just astounding. Gotta love that. We made a Hitchcock cocktail earlier. There you go. Hitchcock tribute is just crazy. Crazy.
Sons of bitches. What was this? Everything. Andy Warhol's dead. So let's do this 15 minutes count now. Okay. Let us know when you're in Pittsburgh. Oh my God. We got to go to the Andy. We have been to Pittsburgh so many times and not gone to the Andy Warhol Museum.
We've been to a lot of Pittsburgh. You know, we definitely throw a little coin into the Promanti coffers because, man, that sandwich.
Well, we've been to
definitely hit Jerry's
Hidden Harbor
every time. And we've been to Hidden Harbor twice now, I think, or at least once.
At least once.
At least
once.
But Hidden Harbor was very good to us when we did that trip about 4 years ago, and we wanted to shoot at places. We're like, oh, come on by. And
Hidden Harbor was amazing. And you can walk to Jerry's.
And you can walk to Jerry's.
From Hidden Harbor. So, I mean, go have a few drinks and buy records.
And then come on back and have dinner. You know, so good. Good drink, good food. We stop in there to shoot, and they're like, yeah, well, you asked us about drinks to make. We're like, well, we have 3. So they gave us 3 drinks. We just ask people.
Generous.
We ask a joint, can you do like 1 drink? And they just went on with such great stuff. So I really have a lot of love.
Errol just donated. Thank you, Errol.
Thank you.
Okay, let us know what you hate in a drink, and we will avoid it. But we're going to make you a holiday cocktail.
I'll put it this way: I'm not going to use Moxie unless you ask.
Oh, Jessica's grandma lives in Pittsburgh. Oh, we had so much. Oh. Julie says, hi, anxiety. Oh, we do that all the time around here.
Oh, you know, and she says it with such anticipation.
Wow. Thank you so much.
You saw that again recently.
Anxiety.
We, of course, are good friends and acquaintances with DJ Swankenstein. So when I think of Dr. Frank Infurter, I think we're very actually familiar with all these things. I just love it. Great stuff. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Oh, we got it.
Man, good food, good drink, good life.
I'm getting all sloppy again. I love you guys so much.
Oh, careful. Don't promise the world. We can't deliver.
No. It's not the alcohol. It's not the alcohol. I just feel like, the love. I'm drunk on love.
Drunk on love. Hey, this crowd is awesome. Can I tell you? Awesome. And if you donate to the Feeding America, the campaign right now, of course, we will deliver according to your specifications.
Peter says, I did hit up the Warhol exhibition at the Whitney. It was a blast.
The Whitney is a great place to see. The Whitney has changed name, hasn't it? And it is now called what? What? In the words of Blackadder. Because we were there just a few years ago, and I was like, oh yeah, they changed the name of the place.
Not Whitney.
It's the same building. It's the same space for exhibition. We saw some great stuff there. And I think is it just part of the MoMA?
Hold on.
I think it's actually a Museum of Modern Art museum now. It is a classic museum.
No, it informally is. The Whitney is an art museum. Wait. Meatpacking?
Oh, wait, that's like the annex, which is...
Hold on. Whitney Museum.
Let's see. Oh, it has relocated.
Okay. Clearly, we're not up on our museum going.
Founded in 1930. Great year to found a museum and expect people to come by and pay attention.
Right.
Big fun. A lot of fun was happening at that point.
Man.
Okay.
All right, well, we're not going to read this right now.
Things change, and that's that for that. But yeah, still there, still happening. We saw a great exhibition at the Whitney around 2007 about
Amy says,
psychedelic art.
Did I tell you we're getting a new tea bar in Harvard Square soon?
No.
But I want to come.
But that's fun. And, Harvard Square is a great place to have a tiki bar. Because back in the day, Boston had not only Trader Vic's, but also Ports a Call, and also a Don Beach, didn't it? I think the three biggies were in Boston. Wow. New York didn't have that. New York had Vic's. New York had Vic's, and the Hawaii Kai, and what was the other one? There was like 2 or 3 others that were actually really great. But Boston had all of these, because the hotel chain picked them up. And I forget which chain picked up which, but we have a matchbook out there with all the locations of Don Beach.
Night, Anthony.
Well, night. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's fun. So good to hear. It's fun that these things happen. The big city is not doing too much new these days in terms of tea, but there are some contemporary places that are still holding the torch. And, if you can't get it, you can always just repair to, say, a place like Keen's, order a sidecar and say, hey, you don't happen to have a pineapple stick over there back there, do you? No, I got that. And just put that in there and pretend.
Exactly. You can always ask.
It's a sour, You can make it a little
Eric
more tiki.
Says, my haunt in Pittsburgh is Wood Street Galleries, which is actually located above Wood Street Tea Station.
Hello.
Okay. All right.
I like the thought. I like the idea. Pittsburgh is one of those towns which...
He says it looks amazing.
Oh.
Okay, I'm excited about that. Okay. A tiki bar we can drive to. Love it.
I happen to like that quite a bit.
Oh, they did a nice bar next door from the Whitney, Peter says. Oh.
I'm just going to comment on Pittsburgh. It's one of those towns which, for a large number of years, was probably kind of left for dead in this country. And then said, no, forget that, and just completely pulled itself up and said, this is an awesome place. And it is.
Now we have
so much for Rust Belt. I mean, we live in what used to be the Rust Belt, and this area is happening right now. So what can I say? I guess we chose well. You've been naming several places around the country which sound like they're thriving. And all of these good places happen to have good breweries, good wineries, and good distilleries. And I think that's important for life. And they always have good food. They always have fantastic food. I'm glad to hear that Boston's doing it again, because we've had some great places in Boston.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, of course we know the Kowloon, which currently is an endangered species. I hope somebody kept
Well, it's not endangered. They're closing, but
yeah, well, we've seen the
not immediately, but
we've seen the Mai Kai get threatened as well, and most recently they seem to have signed on with a partner that will keep the venture going. So I hope that for all the classic joints. Mai Kai is like from back in the day, but Kowloon is from even earlier, and they've been doing it for a long time, and I hope they keep doing it, because it's such a cool place. And it's kind of part of my youth. So
is it time?
Perhaps it's about that time. We've had some fantastic drinks. We might need more food.
Luckily, I made 2 pieces tonight.
Yeah, we can get a little more of that business.
So,
as always,
we will let you know about next week.
Yeah.
Hang tight.
Hang loose.
It's probably not going to be on Wednesday.
Watch these boards.
We'll figure it out. So
watch these boards so you know what's happening, because Wednesday is, I think, completely out of the question. But we will find a day. We will let you know, and we'll make that happen.
Yes.
We've had so much fun here today and now talking about all these great subjects with this It's a great bunch of friends. So glad you can drop in here at the lounge. We are still sponsoring over on Feeding America. You dropped the link earlier.
The link.
If you would like to actually sponsor us and help the cause, you will get a custom drink. Just let us know the details.
Yep.
And we will drop that on you again next week, of course. If you would like to sponsor us directly, of course, Patreon is still
there. And
if
you want to be part of a test watch party, send us your email.
And we'll put that together and let you know when that's supposed to
Kelly
happen.
at Velveteen Lounge is where you should send your address.
Maybe we'll do sort of a brunch date again and watch something.
And we'll get it together for this weekend to do a trial. And we'll watch something. It'll be fun.
We'll watch something totally terrible.
And then we'll do something better the week after.
Strangely. But yes, we'll make that happen. And as always, fantastic to see you. And I know it'll take a week or so, but we will see you soon.